more than 9 minutes without a field goal. Your stretch where you got going 7 straight, how big was that to turn this game around?
I think it was huge. I think, for me, I wasn't really trying. I was paying attention that we weren't scoring, but the 7 in a row I wasn't aware of. I was just out there playing in the flow of the game, being aggressive. If I seen a lane where I had a shot or, where I could pass for my teammates or create for them, I was just doing that, and it just happened to have that, I had open shots and being able to get to the rim, so I just took advantage of those.
Brooklyn's coach said before the game when he was scouting the Magic, he kept noticing you over and over, your improvement. Do you feel that? Like every game you feel like a different place? He said he couldn't, believe the steps you had made.
Definitely. I definitely think, just thanks to the coach staff and then me, the work ethic that I put in, that's the one thing I try to do every game, just try to improve on something that I, made a mistake on or, needed to learn from the last game. And I think every game I'm coming out getting more comfortable, learning from my mistakes and making less mistakes. So I think it's definitely something I'm keying in on, just trying to improve each and every game, and I think I'm doing a good job of it.
Markelle, how distant do your struggles seem, like when in Philly?
A lot of that is caused from, my injury. So, the biggest thing is that I took the time to get healthy. I'm feeling very good. My body's feeling good. And, that's the biggest thing. I just think that I, took the time to make sure my shoulder was right and, everything with my body is right. And now I'm back to being me, and I'm still managing that. But, that's the biggest thing. I just took care of my body and made sure I was right before I stepped on the floor.
How much better do you think you can feel, and how much better that you?
That's the scary part. A lot of people are just looking at me now, but I'm not worried about that. But the thing is, I can only get better. I know where I can be and how much better I can get, and that's what excites me and keeps me working every day. I just know that again, every day I want to get better, and I know that I'm going to get better as long as I put in the work and do what I have to do. The sky's the limit, and I know I got a lot of room to grow and get better. So.
Your mom, I think, attends most of the games. She certainly was here tonight. How cool is it to be able to do this in front of her?
Man, it's dope to be able to have, a person who raised me and gave birth to me, here and supporting she is my biggest supporter, not one of them. She is my biggest supporter, and she's the reason I'm doing it, So to be able to have her in the stands, and I know she had a smile on her face, and this is what she's been asking me to do for, a long time. So I know she's happy, but at the end of the day, it's just a blessing, so I'm happy.
Early in the game, you missed your first shot. They were backing off, daring you to shoot, and then you came right back with 4 straight baskets. I mean, how much of that was, okay, if you're going to guard me like this, you're going to pay?
Yeah, I prepare for, everything that, the defense might do against me. And I know how teams are going to play against me. They feel like that's their advantage. And, to me, I look at it as an advantage for me. When you're playing off like that gives me a chance to do whatever I want, So, I practice on shooting my shots. And if I have a shot and I feel good, I'm going to shoot it with confidence and try to knock it down. And that's what I did tonight, I shot the ball with confidence, and if I had a lane to the rim, I'm getting to the rim. So, that's just what I'm prepared for. Being a basketball player, I'm prepared for however you want to guard me. You want to double, you want to play off me, you want to play off me. I feel like I have the IQ to, and I watch enough film and know my teammates enough to, to play off those, how the team plays me.
If said you have a chance to kind of be that X factor that, how much better you can improve, can take the team maybe to another level. Do you think about things like that? Or
definitely. I don't let it, hold me down or make me overthink. But I definitely think, if I can improve, and along with everybody else, but I definitely think, if I can keep working on my game, keep getting better and better each and every day, I feel like it can only help the team, and that's what I want to do. So that's another reason why I keep the fire up under me while I'm working out and going hard.
2 threes dropped tonight. Also, you're having much more confidence in your mid-range.
Yeah.
Every game, it seems like your joy is building more and more. How's that coming along for you? The confidence is building. Right?
It's huge, and it's good when you have teammates like this and the coach and the organization like this. But every time I go out there, my goal is just to have fun and play my game. And again, I work on this stuff in practice, and I put out an extra reps so I can be ready when I step on the floor. And it's only a matter of time. I'm getting more and more comfortable the more games I play, and it's just going to get better and better.
As this season is, from the start of the season until now, how much better has your shoulder felt?
A lot better. It's ups and downs. Some days you might feel a little down. That's part of the NBA, but it's been feeling better and better. Like I said, I've still been doing my strengthening exercises, everything I need to do on that end of the floor. Off the court. So it's part of the game. You got to take care of your body, and I'm making sure I'm staying on top of it.
That fourth quarter, you seem to have even more determination and confidence. Did you feel that?
Definitely. You know, I see the way the game was going. I knew that we needed energy. I knew we needed a spark. So, you know, while I was out of the game, I kept talking to my teammates, just trying to keep them, you know, their energy up. And when I stepped on the floor, I just wanted to give it my all. You know, go out there, give us a spark, and I did that.
Everyone good?
Good.
Thanks, Markelle.
Thank you.
78-76, and then outscored them 15-1 in that stretch. How big was that?
Yeah, that was great. Kel went crazy. He went crazy. He really took over the game, which is a beautiful thing. Man. Super happy for him, man. He's a talent. I'm glad he's finding his rhythm. Yeah, he's a dangerous basketball player, man. He got a lot of capabilities out there on the floor. You know, I'm glad that he flourished tonight. Helped us win that game.
Brooklyn's coach said before the game when he was watching film, he kept jumping out. Markelle did because he noticed how much better he's getting. Is that what you guys see every day? A little bit better every day? Maybe?
Oh, for sure. For sure. He's getting more and more comfortable. It's just his rhythm, the pace that he's playing at. You know, he's really coming along. So I'm glad we had him out there tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron, at what point, maybe during September or training camp or a game, did you realize he is a special talent?
Oh man, yeah, we were playing pickup, and somebody threw him an alley-oop, and he caught it and dunked it like I catch it and dunk it. And I was like, what the hell? I didn't think anybody else could do that, you know, on this team, other than T. Ross. So you know, he's super athletic and got a lot of skills to go with it.
And how much do you like how physical he is as a point guard? I mean, he's not like most point guards. You know, he goes in, doesn't mind the contact. You know, kind of physicals his way to points sometimes.
Yeah, no, he seeks the contact out, man. So he's not afraid of a challenge at all. And you know, he got a good post-up game. So when he gets to a spot down low, he just got to take his time, put the ball in the basket.
Did you see any extra determination in his face tonight at all in the fourth quarter? Maybe even like when he took over.
I think he just caught a rhythm. You know, I think he caught a rhythm, and it happens. You know, players do that, and he did it well and got us that win.
Aaron, what does it say about you that you had, I think, 15 rebounds when there are times where it just looks like you're sore or in discomfort? How did you do that tonight?
Man, I just try to stay as present as I can. You know, I go all in. I do what I can to help my team win. You know, even when there are times that I'm aching a little bit. You know, I'm out there, I'm playing, so I got to play to the best of my abilities.
You guys caught Brooklyn in the standings. That was a team last year. You both had the same record, but it came down to regular season record. How big is it to get up, you know, one on them? Now you're tied with them.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of the teams that we're going to be scrapping with all season long, so it's good to get one up.
Good doing that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks, Aaron.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good. How do you describe that stretch there where Markelle had those 7 consecutive points?
When he didn't dunk the ball, that was Markelle being aggressive and taking advantage of the transition and having the lane open. He's a very dynamic driver, very athletic for his position. And yeah, that's what he does every night, to be honest. He's just there was an open lane, he took it twice, and I think that shot in the corner was just the fruit of his work and his confidence as a shooter. You know, his game is growing. He's becoming more and more confident out there, and you know, we want him to shoot those corner threes.
Yeah, how much can he be an X factor going forward as he continues to get more comfortable and improve like he has, like you say?
I mean, you guys know who's my X factor. I keep saying it, but he's definitely a guy that changed a lot of stuff for us, the way he plays. He creates so much in transition. You know, I mean, you see a lot of times just pushing the ball, getting deep into the paint, and just looking back and finding shooters, and that's something we didn't have before him. So he's really helping us, and you know, that's really his first year playing. So he's gonna do a lot more things. I think as he gets the experience and he keeps growing.
That X Factor, you said J.I.?
Yeah.
Okay.
Most nights when you and Vooch struggle, usually that would have been a recipe for disaster in the past, right? I mean, but had him, the way he came through for you, I mean, that kind of saved the win.
I mean, we didn't really struggle, to be honest. I think we both shot like 50% from the field, but it's just because he was really aggressive and he was making the right plays. He played great tonight. He played great period. That was a huge stretch. Obviously, the 7-0 run was a huge stretch. But I mean, there's no surprise. That's what he does every night. You know, it's just he did it more tonight. Period. But nothing surprising there.
How much of a nice boost is it to get this win over a team that you're going to be fighting for that 7th or 8th spot?
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. But I mean, we have another game tomorrow. We know how January. I mean, that's a tough month for us. So you know, it's good win. Have a nice meal tonight, and just refocus for Wednesday against
Washington.
Yeah. So yeah, before we fly to the west. Good.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
So I would say probably for both teams, not the best game either team has played this year. But in the fourth quarter was good for us, and one of the things I liked was, we won a run late, and I think it was tied with 7 minutes left, and we had 7 straight fast break points, I believe. So I think that's a good thing, something we can build on. We did some good things. They didn't shoot the ball the way they normally will, and so it's a solid win.
Cliff, Kenny Atkinson said before the game, when he was watching your film, he kept noticing Markelle was jumping off, the growth he's making. He noticed that. I mean, that's something you see every day. How impressed were you with the way he played tonight?
It was the difference in the game, late in the game. I think he scored. Didn't he score 7 in a row? Or
Yeah.
Thought his defense was good again. And but no, I mean, he had the and one drive, but the biggest was up 4. Like the 4-on-4 semi-fast break, and DJ to his left hand draw, kicked it, and he hit the corner 3, and that made it 7. So no, I thought he was the difference in the game. And Vooch didn't score the ball, but I thought that he and Aaron Gordon on the glass were, they got every rebound. So.
Steve, at what point in your familiarization of Markelle, either watching his college games or some of his Sixer games, did you see that he had confidence down the stretch of games? I mean, how quickly did you recognize that?
Well, I'll be honest with you, his college team, the games I watched, they were very good. So I didn't really see that, to be honest, because, in Philly, he didn't play late, and so I didn't really see him. I didn't see that in any film work,
And how valuable is it to see the point guard, the person who runs the offense, be able to take over a game for 7 straight points and a tie game in an important game?
No question. And he's made a lot of big shots in the fourth quarter of games all year. So, no, I think he's played a ton of basketball. He's a confident kid, and he's getting better and better.
Cliff, 37 games in. Defensively, how would you rate this game tonight versus some of the others that you've had this season?
I mean, I think the numbers are going to be good. I mean, to be honest, before watching the film, they're a good shooting team, and they didn't shoot the ball well. I mean, they had open shots. I thought we were better as the game went on. Thought the first half was, sometimes it happens this time of year. It's very low energy for both teams, and they play with a lot of juice, So I think we're going to watch the film and see that the numbers are good, but frankly, they missed a lot of shots tonight that they'll normally make, I think.
He missed his first shot, and then he came right back and made his next 4. What did that tell you about his confidence right off the bat? The way they were leaving him open and daring him to shoot, and he came right back and
yeah, and I think he's been doing that consistently. I think he had 9 of our first 12 points, I believe, when people play him like that, he's been, he's very unselfish, obviously, but he's been stepping up and making. So, you know, it's good for him. And it, you know, once they start closing to him, then look out, because he's going to live in the pain.
There's a play tonight in the fourth quarter, I think that 7-point run. There's a play also against Myers Leonard in the Miami game where he basically pushed off on the way to the basket. In other words, he played big. Are there other point guards who come to mind who have played big heading toward the hoop? In other words, can fight off a bigger guy to create space for himself?
I mean, he's so physical. You know, I mean, going back in my time, you know, Sam Cassell used to play post a lot when he played. You know, Mark Jackson, you know, was big. He didn't play. He's not athletic like Markelle, but he used to move point guards into the paint with a post-up game. I'm sure there's actually, I mean, the other guy who, against certain guys, is really physical, Chris Paul. You know, he doesn't do it as much now, but when he was younger, he posted a lot and was very physical. But Markelle has, I mean, he has size and, even for this league, exceptional strength and athleticism. Good. Thank you.